Hey everyone, it's Mary Abundance, and while I'm waiting for people to join me live, I am going to talk about the topic that you have seen already in the video title. Yeah, like I got up and ate at night for a week and this happened, and I'm going to tell you what exactly happened. And actually, it's not like I did this just once. Like I did this many times in 1 year. I feel like the lighting is weird. Hi, someone joined me. I don't know. Let us maybe make this a little bit lighter. Sorry. We'll roll with this now. So, I got up at night for a week, several times, for a year basically, because I was so hungry. Like, I went to bed really satiated and full and stuff. And because, it's like, as many of you know, I have been going through restriction recovery, metabolism recovery, hormone recovery, period recovery, and that how hi Rainbow. I will get to your question as soon as I'm finished talking about the topic, okay? Thank you for joining me. So that was a time when I was very hungry. I was eating so much more than I thought my body would ever need, and I went to bed so full, which is normal by the way, because your body needs to kind of reverse all of these times of calorie deficits that it was in. And so that is a very normal phenomenon, and I knew about that. But still, not every night, but regularly in some week, I feel I need to sneeze. I regularly had weeks when I just kind of had like I had literal hunger pangs, hunger attacks in the night when I woke up. And it was like when I woke up, I already knew, wow, I don't even have to, like, I don't even have to try to fall asleep again. I did try to fall asleep again, but it usually never worked. So I just, the only thing that I could think about was food and just eat. And I knew about, because I was recovering, because I was so aware that this, anytime I think of food I need to eat to be able to get my period back, to be able to balance my hormones again, to be able to get my metabolism back, to be able to help my body trust again, and also to be able to get rid of the eating disorder voice and all of these, all of the fear of calories and just eating when I'm hungry. So I knew the key for me is to just really eat when I'm hungry. And if I don't, anytime I don't, I'm going to feed the fears back. And hi everyone who has joined me so far. Don't hesitate to just type your questions in the live chat. I am going to go through them after I've gone through the topic. Also, I'm going to be live on my German channel after this live stream. So if you're German, hop over with me then as well. So I did this for quite a long time when I was recovering from restriction, and I still do this today sometimes. I still today sometimes get up right in the middle of the night where I should be sleeping, when I am just surprised by extreme hunger. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be extreme hunger, but just hunger, like proper, legit hunger. And that is so strong that I cannot fall back asleep again. And so this, what I'm telling you now, is relevant for pretty much anyone, because it can happen to anyone, be it yeah, it doesn't matter which gender you are, and it doesn't matter which age you are, and it doesn't matter if you are losing weight, gaining weight, dieting, calorie restricting or not, or eating unlimited or whatever. It can happen to anyone. And so I had these incomprehensible, illogical bursts of hunger that came kind of surprisingly out of nowhere, and you really want to stay tuned for what happened but by me doing that, because that's truly just trying to just trying to have everything under control. Yeah, you really want to stay tuned for what happened because of me doing that, because I didn't think so. Like, actually, during, even though I did go and eat every time this happened to me, and most of the time it was like several days in a row, like for 1 week. Even though I did it because I knew it was the only right thing for me to do, I still was super afraid and felt so uncomfortable, and so I had such bad conscience about doing that, because it felt like I was cheating, sneaking in food, like in the middle of the night where I should be sleeping. No other people would ever do that. Like, these were thoughts in my head, like no one else would ever do that. I'm the only one doing that. I'm the only woman, of course, doing that in this whole city, in this whole country, in this whole world. And of course, the ED voice is also really, like the eating disorder voice, and the illogical fears, they are really like exaggerated in your head then. And but because you're so sleepy also, and like it's a super hard situation for you to conquer and to really be strong and really do eat and even get up and eat, because also my sleep, my sleep quality wasn't the best yet. And so I just thought, like, I just want to sleep, like make this go away, like I can't be hungry, like I've been eating so much during the day already, like how is this even possible? And so I kind of denied myself, like kind of denied that I could be hungry. But the more this happened to me, and the more I got into recovery, the better I got at recovery and just doing the opposite of what my fear told me, the more I actually knew, okay, anytime this night, this kind of night came around, I just got up and ate. And but still being super afraid, because I couldn't justify it to myself. I couldn't seem to justify it. Like, how is this possible? This isn't possible. Like, I kind of didn't allow my body to be hungry at that day, like at that daytime or nighttime, and to be so unnormal. That was the big thing. Like, I felt so unnormal, like no one else would be doing that. Like, I am so out of control, and I am so disgusting in a way, and like so so hyper focused on food, like I must be binging now, or I must be, yeah, out of control, or like this can only lead to unnecessary weight gain, blah 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 blah. I'm sure many of you also know this. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever was that. Thank you so much. Please, everyone, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, because this really helps my channel grow. And yeah, so needless to say, it was really hard for me to go through this and just do it. And so this happened to me regularly, as I said, and when I got up, I made sure it was some kind of carb, because they are known to really boost that serotonin, and also some kind of hormone that is really encouraging sleep. And basically I also, carbs was what I was longing for most of the time anyway. And so there was some kind of starch or fruits and or whatever, actually whatever, like I tried to keep it whole foodish as much as possible, but main thing was my body was screaming at me for some energy, some calories. And you also want to justify that to your brain, because but we are only sleeping, like we don't need anything. People kind of say all of that stuff, like don't eat anything past 6 p.m. because your body doesn't actually need energy. All it is doing is lying in bed and resting. So if you eat something, any calorie you will eat, it will be stored as fat. And it's like, this is such a nonsense. Because your calories don't know the daytime. Your calories, like your body just knows, did I get everything I needed today as energy or not? But yeah, I go astray. But in that moment, because it seems like you're a ghost wandering through your house and like half asleep, and it's like, so it's even like 100 times harder to actually do it and eat, I feel. And hello, mama. Hi, Mama. My Mom is watching my live stream and I'm super proud. Du kannst gleich auf meinen deutschen Livestream, Mama. Ich gehe hier nach auf den deutschen Channel und bin da auf Deutsch live. Dann kannst du mir auch Fragen stellen. So back to English. I was telling my mom that she can also join me on the German live stream after this English live stream. And so, how much did I eat? Well, I ate as like I didn't stuff myself, but I ate just so that I felt satiated. And then when I went to bed again, it might very well have been that I just had to get up again because it wasn't enough. Like I ate a substantial amount, but sometimes I couldn't even go to sleep after the substantial amount, and then I just I got up again, and it felt super weird, and you feel very unnormal, and that is, the eating disorder loves when you feel unnormal, because then it can make you so afraid of everything. And so sometimes it happened that I had to get up 3 times a night, or I couldn't even go back to sleep, like maybe in a row even, before I could go back to sleep again. Or I ate something, then went to bed, and then I was able to fall asleep, but then at some point in the night I woke up again. And so I had to repeat all of this. And it's I'm laughing now, but it was super difficult for me then. And so now, what happened? What happened by me doing that for a week? And I tell you what happened. 99% of the times that this happened to me, I actually got my period the next day. And that might, that might not be what you expected, but let me tell you something. The cause of the hunger attacks that I had at night was quite simply that my body had a higher need of energy. And that was a higher need of energy that I wasn't able to ever anticipate, like to ever calculate or to ever believe. Like I couldn't believe it literally that this was how much I was needing. But it was. And then retrospectively, like after this week, the next day usually, or like but just when it stopped that I had to get up in the night because I was so hungry, I was about to get my period. And the reason why that surprised me was because I didn't, like, I was glad that had my period again, kind of regularly, but like not in regular lengths. And like I got it regularly, but not regularly. Like, how to say that in a better way? The length wasn't always 28 days, but sometimes, sometimes 28, sometimes 32, sometimes 40, sometimes, just all over the place. And so I was not able to foresee when my next period would be around. And so, yeah, because I was also, sometimes it was even like 50 days, like very, very, very irregular, but they were there, but that's also normal in recovery, that just takes some time to settle down and to just really balance out the hormones. Thank you for the likes, people. Please remember to give me a thumbs up if you benefit from these live streams. Highly appreciated. And so this is for the people that experience hunger at night and they try to justify that for themselves, like kind of denying, not allowing them to actually be hungry, but they just are, even if you don't feel super, even if you don't feel like you are hungry in your stomach, it is so like if you can't fall asleep, oftentimes that is the reason why, because your body doesn't have the energy to actually keep your blood sugar at an optimal level and to do all the repair processes and all of the stuff that needs to be done during the night, because that's when we're rejuvenating, that's when the body is doing a lot of work. And it's not like so many people say, oh well, you're just sleeping, you don't need any energy. That's not true. The body, it takes a lot of energy for the body to do what it is supposed to do in the night. And so the reason and the cause of these hunger attacks was the increased need for energy, which I wasn't able to foresee before. And that is because in the luteal phase for us women, but it can also be, for men, it can just be for different reasons that you have a higher increase. Testosterone also needs energy to be produced, but just in general, it can happen for any kind of reason. But in my particular case, it is regularly because in the luteal phase, which is the second half of a woman's cycle, your body generally burns a lot more calories. And when I say a lot, like resources frequently say that it's about between 100 and 500 calories per day more than on other days of the cycle. So especially the closer it comes to the period, like, because so in the luteal phase, your hormones are higher than in the first half of your cycle. So we are talking between ovulation and period, and that is why, you know, everything is so revved up and like needing has a much higher energy demand. And that is nothing new, but us women, we have a hard time justifying that for ourselves. But I want, if you're watching that and you're having trouble to giving yourself permission to eat at night, this is your permission. You need to do it. I want you to remember that the body always does the right thing. I had to learn that, and I had to gain the trust into that statement again. The body always does the right thing, and if it's hungry, even though you've already eaten so much this day, it is because it is hungry, and it is because it needs fuel, and it is because it is doing something that you cannot see right now, but you might very well be able to see the next days. So for me, going through these hungry days and hungry nights and feeling so ashamed even, and you know, my husband always did a good job and telling me, you know, you're just doing really what you need to do. You are not, you don't have to be ashamed. You're not unnormal. You're not verfressen. It's the Deutsche word. It's a German word. And you're just, this is exactly what you need to do, and you will, you are not out of control. And so every time I experienced this, and then like the justification, the evidence that yes, I needed this, I got my period, there was something going on that I couldn't see, there was something being done by my body internally that I couldn't fathom, that I couldn't believe, that I didn't have in mind. And so these experiences, because it was also reproducible, like it happened several times, and I'm almost kind of used to it already. This really strengthened my trust into my body. Like it taught me again and again, kind of erased that fear of not trusting my body. It erased the fear that my body's playing tricks on me, that I can't trust it, or that I cannot be trusted, that my hunger signals are off and whatnot. And it just really taught me that my body knows best. It really does. And your body knows best too. And the more you do the opposite of your fear, the more you are going to be able to actually also believe that. But it takes some start of, like, you need to start with telling yourself that, even if you can't quite believe it, but you need to start telling yourself that to be able to, you know, rewire your thinking, your brain. It's literal neural rewiring. And so it also strengthened unrestricted eating in me, because every time I saw, wow, actually this makes sense, this is not illogical, this is not incomprehensible, like there's some legit cause for my body to do that, to make me so hungry in the night. It really strengthened me in eating unrestrictedly, and that there's no controlling necessary on my part. In fact, it can be even harmful. Like if I hadn't done that in these nights, I might have lengthened my cycle, I might have, you know, hurt my hormonal balance. Anytime you're not responding to your hunger, be it mental or physically, you are actually postponing your recovery. You are hurting yourself in the recovery process, and you are stagnating in your recovery, or even making a step back because you are feeding your fear. Hi Malika, that's a nice emoticon. I haven't seen that one before. So this evidence that I got by getting my period every time, but it could also be something very different. It killed my eating disorder voice every time I did it. It killed the fears, and also this evidence, it killed my fear of eating more than I think I need. Yeah, because we always feel so lost, especially in recovery, when we think, like when we have the feeling that we are eating more than we need. But you know, I learned so many times that I need so many more, and my body, my whole metabolism, my whole organism needs so much more fuel, so many more calories than I ever believe. It's incredible, like on a daily basis, no matter what cycle of the day. And then in the luteal phase, even more, you know. And yeah, so this is just for you as a reminder, reminder. Trust, trust, trust. Your body is not playing tricks on you. Your body knows what it's doing, and it is always doing the right thing. And it just really takes time for you to catch up with it and to make it trust you again, and so you can also trust it again. And you know, yeah. But also I want to say, if it hadn't been because of my period, then you know, there's also things that you will never be able to see or understand, like per se, why your body needs more energy in a specific moment. Like it doesn't always how to say, reveal itself to you, but I just want to tell you that you can trust, and we should never question what our body is signaling to us. It could be your hair being restored because you had hair loss. It could be I need to get some power. It could be because, you know, anything that actually went wrong, because your body had been in a calorie deficit for such a long time. And yeah, sorry. So that's what I wanted to say. And so thumbs up if this helped you, thumbs up if you want me to continue with these live streams. I will get to your questions right now. I also want to go to the German live stream later. Yes. Okay. Okay, let's see your questions. How much water should I drink per day? I am not a big fan of like going, like, there are different different formulas, and they all say this is how much you need. You need this much ounces, this much milliliters, blah blah. Drink 1 quart of water before a meal. And I think it is just super individual. I'm sorry to be so boring, but it is. And I mean, that's clear. I think you just know about it. Also, it depends on how much you sweat, how active you are, how much you're talking, because you know, air is also making your mouth and everything dry. If you're drinking caffeine, like dehydrating stuff, and then largely it really depends on how much water-rich food you're eating or not. Like, there is such a huge difference in if you're eating a lot of fruits or if you're eating a lot of dried fruits. You are going to be much thirstier after the dried fruit meal, because you know, there was water lacking in that meal. And it also depends on how much salt you're eating, or like if you drink alcohol, and like there are dehydrating foods and there are foods that actually provide water and are water rich. And so if you are eating a very whole food diet, there you do still need quite a lot of water, but you can get most of that water in if you know, when you get up. I will tell you what I personally do is like I drink about half a liter when I get up, and then I also have some beverage like some tea or some caffeine free coffee alternative. And then before, like, then I have some breakfast sometime. And most of the time, like most days, I will go out for a walk or something, and then when I come home I will be thirsty anyway. I will drink another half a liter, and that is how I get most of my water in. But I also eat very fresh whole foods also, but basically I get most of it in the first half of the day, because I just find it, that's when I need most of the water, and that's also when I'm thirsty naturally. And that is kind of the secret, I think I have to tell you. The secret is drink when you're thirsty. Yeah, and I'm really serious. Don't overdo it, like don't force it in, but also it's really easy to just maybe ignore it. Drink a lot, but maybe that is kind of the thing that works best for me, and which I really can recommend. Drink apart from your meals. I think that is very important, because then it will not affect any digestion of your foods. So drink water 10 minutes before your meal, and then when that is gone out of the stomach, then you eat your meal, and then you will have the best digestion. And if you do that, you can maybe just drink a glass of water before each meal, but like don't force it in like 1 liter before each meal or something. Not everyone needs that much. Like in general, your body will tell you what it needs, because yeah, it knows best. But yeah, you can get in much more. You can get in much more water, you know, if you drink it apart from your meals, because it won't make you fuller, if you know what I mean. Okay. For me, it is the opposite. I have loss of appetite and extreme thirst, and I am very pale and dizzy all the time. Wow. My blood is too acidic and my oxygen levels are too low. Who told you your blood is too acidic, Rainbow? Do you tell yourself, or do you have like is it actually, did you actually get a blood test done for this? I think like extreme, all of what you're saying, it really sounds like adrenal fatigue. Can you confirm again if you're struggling with adrenal fatigue? I think we've talked about this before. Mama, huhu, zurück. Pika, that happened to me too. Do you mean, do you mean waking up at night and eat? Es ist so mega, dass du selbst für uns 3 ein Live-Video filmst. Oh, ja. Yes, I mean, erstmal, Malika, komm doch bitte mit auf meinen deutschen Livestream gleich. Ich mache extra auch noch einen auf meinem deutschen Channel. Da war bis jetzt noch keiner, also joine mich da. Yeah, so I think I just need to do these live streams long enough for people to actually know that I'm doing live streams. So maybe maybe I am maybe there will be more people joining me the more I do these live streams. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm really thankful that you are here, and I'm so thankful for your feedback. Malika, maybe you can write me into the chat or in the video comments later what helps you the most about these live streams. Rainbow, yes, my CO2 levels are way too high. I nearly died because too much CO2 in the blood. Whoa. What were you doing? What do you think is the reason for you being in this situation? Beate Kuhn. Malika, you are damn cute. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're damn cute too. Rainbow. Blood tests. When I fainted, they took blood in the hospital. Yes, so I think from what I remember, you are underweight and quite fragile and very stressed. So I think you were talking about adrenal fatigue also. Please correct me if I remember wrong. It is super, super important that you are, even though you're not hungry, you need to teach yourself to eat enough again. Hashimoto's. Yeah, Hashimoto's. I need to read up on that again. I am only remembering information about hypothyroidism, and I know that I am just wondering if Hashimoto's is like I know that experts are actually disagreeing on many things about Hashimoto's. Like some say it is not reversible and some say it certainly is reversible. And so I will read into that again for you also, because I had to struggle with hypothyroidism, and you know, a lot of things that are happening with your thyroid really have to do with something being fundamentally wrong in your body, and not because your body is broken, but because your metabolism is forced to be downregulated. And many times the cause for any low function of the thyroid, and it might also be for Hashimoto's, but I will read up on that again. Anytime your thyroid is forced to lower its function, most of the time that's because there's too much stress going on, too little energy coming in, or too much energy expended, or some combination of all of the three. And so I really can only encourage you, and you being underweight is also kind of, kind of pretty straightforward, that you really need to be eating and increasing the calorie density of your foods, even though you don't feel hungry. How is it? Can you tell me again, are you afraid of eating a lot? Like, are you actually struggling with fears? Or, yeah, or not? Like, if not, I think if you weren't struggling with any fears, then you would just, be able to gain weight again. But the reason why you're so underweight and not coming out of the energy deficit might be because mentally you struggle. Pika, the night eating. Happened to you too. Yes, I think it just happens to so many women because, and I think we women, we always think then, oh, I'm the only one doing this. Like I just feel so ugly or disgusting. Like no one would do that. Like something's wrong with me, and I am not allowed to be hungry right now. But I really want to encourage you, Pika. Uh, eat at night if your body is telling you. Like I think there's so many women that are hungry at night, and all of them, every single one of them is thinking, oh no, like I'm the only one, and it's far from the truth. Rainbow. Too acidic blood kills muscles because the protein act as a buffer. Protein is amino acid, so that's also acidic. Like, how do they buffer if they are also acidic? But yeah, especially like anytime the blood is too acidic, the body will draw on alkaline minerals from the bones, actually. And from the diet, of course, from the foods you're eating. So if I were you, I would be eating a lot of alkaline foods, which happen to be plant-based. Pretty much everything besides grains is very much alkaline, or some legumes. But even then, you can still eat grains and legumes, but bottom line, you need to have a balance. Like, what are you doing against the acidic blood? And I don't think that's kind of wrong per se. Like, something is not wrong with your blood or anything. I think it's just a systemic thing. You should be really get your health back on track overall, and not, especially get your weight back up, because as long as you're not getting to a normal weight again, it's hard for your health to be restored, no matter which area, because there's obviously some deficit going on, and your body needs something to be able to function again optimally. Do you have blood sugar issues? Oh, blood sugar is always low. No fears, just loss of appetite and thirst. Well, if you're not afraid of eating rainbow, I challenge you to eat a lot. You know that you need more, and you have to eat to be able to recover. The reason your blood sugar is low might be because you're also not eating enough overall. Yes, my bones are completely demineralized. How do you know? Did you have a bone scan done? I can show you x-ray pictures of my bones. It's extreme. Oh, wow. Yeah, I had a bone scan done as well. And so that was when I was restricting big time, and yes. So yeah, that is that's a warning sign. You want your bones to be mineralized again. I want to recommend you to eat lots of greens, and the way you can do that without being too full is by sneaking them into smoothies. I love stinging nettles, actually, like nettle leaves. I just get them for free in nature, and then I just pop them into whatever I'm doing, or even into an ice cream. Like, just get, in whatever way, just get those minerals in for your body to actually. Is the picture too? have no idea what I'm doing. Is this better? I think so. Whatever. Get the minerals in, and that will really help you with your blood and with your bones. But don't neglect the calories. Like, you really want to just add them to something. The blood sugar issues, they can really be because you said you don't have blood sugar issues, but I think you do have some blood sugar issues, because too low blood sugar is also a blood sugar issue. That's also the reason why you might be anemic, you are dizzy, you tend to faint a lot. That is because your blood sugar is too low. You need more fuel in general, and you need to, if you're struggling with adrenal fatigue and with a lot of stress, you need to be managing that stress, and actually you need to manage your blood sugar manually while you are recovering from something like adrenal fatigue or other hormone problems, because your body normally would do that itself, but it might not be able to do that right now. And yeah, maybe I want to invite you to actually, Rainbow, here's the thing. Can you, when this live stream is finished, just post your story, like comprehensively, your total story, your whole experience, kind of from A to finish, into the comments below this video, like not in the live chat right now, but into the comments, because then I think I just need a whole overview of everything that's going on, and then I will be happy to answer you a little bit more in detail also, what else comes into my mind, or maybe I'll even do a video on that, but just because I need a whole lot more, I just need a comprehensive. I can join the German live stream if you want. Yes, you can. If you're German, yes, for sure, and talk to you there. Yeah, we can do that. I'm also going, cool. I'm also going to talk about that topic as well, but yes, I will be there. Actually, I'm going to kind of end the live stream very soon here. I would appreciate if you guys could let me know what the next live stream should be about. And if you think the time is good, let me know if the time is good, the daytime. I'm thinking about doing it a little bit earlier, like maybe at 5 or even earlier, but let's keep it at 5:30 for now. And yeah, so for next Tuesday, I'm also thinking about maybe making 2 live streams a week, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm just trying to figure it out. Would you guys be up for another live stream, like twice a week? Yeah, I will see if I had some more. Exactly, yes. Thank you, Pika, for your confirmation. Hunger signals can get lost if you are underfed. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's a good point, Pika. Hunger signals, when you are under eating for a long time, they will be suppressed actually, because your body is in that migration mode. It is not actually prioritizing even sending you the hunger signal. So you need to be forcing yourself to eat. You need to kind of force feed yourself for some time. and to be able to get these hunger signals running again, because guess what, they are actually taking energy for the body to produce, and it's not going to send you these hunger signals if you are severely under eating, or yeah, if you are in a calorie deficit, if it's thinking that it's starving basically. So you really want to eat first, start with eating first, and then actually restarting your hunger signals again and getting your blood sugar on track. Beate, have to go. Well done, my dear. Oh, thank you. Mom, maybe just join me for my German live stream. Also, everyone, I'm going to be on my German channel. I hope it's linked in the description box already. Just join me there. I am seeing you there. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up. And to let me know in the comments under the video, after I finish this live stream, what you like most about this live stream. It also really helps my channel to grow if you just put something in the comment section, because it tells the YouTube algorithm that you are interacting with my video. And then yeah, just let me know let me know any kind of feedback. Okay, I am having a lot of fun doing these live streams, and I see you next time. Bye bye. Yeah.